Thanks, G-Man. Well, listen, we are back in the kitchen and it's all about the potatoes today. So get ready to mash potatoes and taking it to a whole new level. Now, we're about to introduce you to this very exciting twist on a classic dish that's rich and creamy broccoli mashed potatoes. Now, this will definitely elevate your dinner game and also add a flavoursome, delicious, nutrient-packed side that will pair perfectly with any protein dish. Raul, here you are going to be behind. You're going to steer us in the right direction.
Let's do it. So what I'm more interested in the fact is that you can hide vegetables in mashed potato. I think it's so clever. So kids that are often a bit like apprehensive to dive into the greens, this is a great way to sneak your greens in. So before we waste any time, I'm going to get straight into it. We're starting off with that sort of a curveball ingredient that we're calling the broccoli, and that's going to be sort of flash fried with just 2 pieces of butter that are popped into the pan here. And this is the real start of it, is flash frying. I've kind of made this really fine in terms of chopping up the broccoli so that it can really mix up with that mashed potato that comes through later. So really simple, you want to go for about 2 minutes max on this, really just get it fried up in a sense. And what I am going to do is add some I'm going to add some of the garlic a little bit later. What I learned from our incredibly talented kitchen assistants and stylists is that when you add some of the garlic in before, it has quite a high sort of burning temperature, so it can almost burn too quickly.
Okay.
And you don't want that to happen. You want to preserve the flavor, so that's why we're kind of doing this step after. Normally when you're making with onion, you can do it together because they vibe with each other and the liquid stops that burn. But for this one, I think you can add the garlic in afterwards. So that's a nice little hack there just to add to some of the questions that you're wondering, why are you adding the garlic in only afterwards? Well, that's the reason why.
And we're going to add 2 cloves. We are not afraid of garlic on this show.
Don't be afraid to add some of this good stuff in because it really is going to blend in so nicely once we get it all together. But yeah, like I said, you don't need to fry this for too long because a lot of the magic's going to start to happen a little bit later too. And that's when we get the mashed potato in and some of these other awesome ingredients.
And we're getting that broccoli, you're getting the garlic taste coming through.
Can you smell that? Yeah. So I love the balance of that because initially you start with some of the broccoli, and broccoli can have a different smell. Let's just leave it at that when it's on its own. But when you start to combine some of these ingredients together, it really balances that sort of scent out. I'm going to maybe just
Are you
add
happy
a little
with
bit
the
more
heat on the...
Look, I was a bit apprehensive because last time I added a lot of heat to this,
I ruined my finger. So I've been very cautious today in the kitchen. But I think we could definitely add some more heat to that. That was a little bit low. But yeah, we're getting our flash on quite nicely. The butter's melted into that. And then we can move over to our next step. Thank you so much for already diving in and chopping up some chives.
Yes.
Nicely done. What I'm going to be doing now is taking what has already been pre-boiled or preheated potato that is nice and soft. That's really going to make the difference in getting a proper mash for your mashed potato. So I'm going to add this to our fried up broccoli over here. So that goes in there, yes.
And I know if you want to get more flavor from your potatoes, you can always roast them beforehand.
Yeah, that'll kind of give a different flavor and a smokiness to it as well. That might even elevate this recipe a bit more, but right now already you don't have to fret because what we already adding to this is going to be absolutely delicious. So we've got some sour cream that's gone in there, a little bit of Parmesan just to mix it all up.
Don't be afraid of the Parmesan.
I won't be afraid. I'm going to keep a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm going to keep a little bit for that final touch, and then a little pinch of some salt and pepper, and then as you can see right here.
Let me clear that for you. Do you want to show the camera?
Let me just show this off to the camera right now because the colors are looking incredible. I don't know, Mzansi, if you can see that right now, but this is potatoes in there. We've got the broccoli, all the good stuff, and now I'm going to get my mash on, and this is the fun stuff.
See, this is while Raul's doing the recipe. Get some arm grease in there.
Yeah, this is like earning the meal, so we get a workout in, and then this is like post-workout. So just getting all the nitrogen stores back in, getting the glycogen back in the body. This is actually a really good post-workout meal.
This is a workout on its own.
Yeah.
Hey, did you go to gym today? I made broccoli.
Did you get your gains bit? But look, it's so simple to make. Like I said, look inside here. You can see how easily it's all coming together. I've never honestly even used one of these mashing devices, so I'm pretty proud of myself right now.
How do you make mashed potato?
I buy it in a packet.
Okay.
I know. Don't tell my mother, she's going to be very disappointed in me. But you know this lifestyle, man. You've got to be quick.
One of those people that also then buy the powder and you just add water and then there you have mashed potato.
Stop giving my secrets away. But listen, no secret is this recipe because we're sharing it with the entire world right now.
Give it a nice little whack.
A nice little whack. It's like that. There we go. I hope am I using this thing correctly?
You're using
actually?
it correctly, but everything's gathering there. So you just every now and then, like,
Oh, you give it a little. Oh,
And then you
there
get back
we
in
go.
there.
Thanks for coming through, Zoe. But look, I'm not doing too badly for my first attempt. I
know
think
what to get Raul for his birthday.
a mashing device. Okay, I think we're officially done here.
We
I'm
have-
pretty happy with this. I'm gonna bring that plate over here so I can
Yeah.
pop some of it inside there because the pan is quite hot. But I'm pretty impressed with this. Look at that.
Oh, it's beautiful. It adds a nice color to it.
Yeah, and I know, Zoe, you've got those final touches that you're going to add to this, so let's keep it rustic.
Yes.
And
I
voila.
personally would add a little more butter to it to just get it a little bit more
Yes,
smooth.
that
but
is
you
very
did
true. I actually left out a
fantastic.
little bit of the butter at the end here, which I was supposed to add in, so thank you for reminding me of that. But even if you wanted to, you could add some of it in now. I'm going to add some to my pot of mixture just so that I can get a little bit more butteriness going. And if you wanted to, you could probably add some on the side too. I don't think
You
anyone can
can,
complain
it will,
about that.
because it's nice and hot, it will melt, so that's absolutely perfect. Raul, I love what you've created here. I'm going to give it a bit of a taste. If you want to get your hands on this delicious mashed and creamy butternut potatoes, it is available on our website, expressoshow.com.
I'm dying to know if this is good enough for Zoe. Does it tick the box?
Oh, it is very good.
Oh, yeah.
It is really good. I love that the broccoli taste, it merges really, really well with the potatoes.
Nice, and I think, like we said, sneaking vegetable into potato doesn't get better than this, so the kids are gonna love it, and exactly the reason why you need to make it is because it's just delicious. Okay, so head over to expressoshow.com. I hope you enjoyed this, and more potato hacks coming in just a bit. Well done.